Okay, I think we are live once again. D1 semifinals are going to be underway very shortly, and I will be joined by Ornan, who's not here currently. Hopefully he'll show up. I think he's eating right now, but one of the matches of the season, one of the best series we'll ever have in GSC, honestly. When you look at the talent that's playing in this match, it really doesn't get any better than this. JX finally back in the action. Frozen being unbanned obviously has a huge part in them playing, and they're back to really show whether they are the best team to ever play in GSC. You know, XI, has a say in that as well. But JX, if they win another one, it's gonna be close to undeniable. I feel like they're just that sort of team. But Mint also here, a really strange composition of players in my opinion. I'm very happy to see them playing, and hey, they're gonna try and ruin the fun for JX. And I guess we can just get started with lineups and all of that. So I think, let's see who we got first. We got Mint lineup in first, and Leops, Claw, Zach, TK, and Sully is bagging. Okay. I forgot, I thought they had someone else on this team. I think it's Bob. Okay, never mind. Sully does make sense for bagging department, but the fourth runner on this team is always interesting. You always know it's going to be Leops, Claw, and Zach, but they go with TK. I know Sane's on this team. They also have Azmac, obviously, but, Japanese player, probably not a good time for him at all. So the decision to go TK over Sane, I'm pretty sure both of them have similar matches played this season. In fact, I think Sane might have more than TK, but TK, both of them are veterans, but TK maybe fits this team a little bit better. Just maybe you can say a smarter player, one of those guys, not the fastest, but always a top threat in D1 because he makes the best plays. Like, his skill set is just different to anyone else in this community, and that's why he's been able to stay at the top despite not really being known for being as fast as some of his teammates here. And one thing I want to know, this is like a perfect setup for Leops. One thing I note about Leops is he likes to be in control of his teams, and you look at this lineup in terms of communication, in terms of who's going to be making the calls. Other than TK, like, I don't see Claw and Zach really taking control of this team, and I think this is what makes Leops such a good player. Not only can he put up the numbers, got robbed of his D1 MVP at the very last race of the very last war of the season, but he just can do everything. It's not like he kind of plays like the Xander role. Xander also does this for XI, and I guess that's why we don't see Xander and Leops play together anymore. I know there's some weird beef between them or something. I don't want to get into that, but yeah, I think this is a really good situation for Leops. We're seeing what he can do back in the D1 limelight. I think he also was close to MVPing D1 with Netherlands, which was a significantly worse team, so it's undebatable that he's, I'd say, top 3 in the game right now. And yeah, can he lead this team past JX? If you guys want to know the results of this matchup in the season, it was 10-2 to Mint, I think, first, and then JX won 10-2 in the second match. Jeff also won 36 that second match, and he won 10 the first match. So Jeff, the MVP of this division, doing really well in this match as well. So look out for him. And I guess we can just swiftly move on to that JX lineup. I think match is gonna get started right now, so there's not much to say about this lineup. This is the JX lineup, the bread and butter. You can kind of write off last time JX played, or I believe that was the season prior to this. I don't remember if they went by Ethereal or JX. I think it was JX, the Jeff, Murrah, Crash, Kevin team, but this is the JX team. This is the dynasty that it is because of Frozen. And although he hasn't been as good as he has been in previous seasons, he's what makes this team click. And Jeff, I think at a point in time, people weren't rating him as high as they were now. And I've always been obviously a fan of this guy. He's one of the characters of the community. You kind of need someone like him, and he does it on the court, like the E1 MVP. I don't know when the last time he has MVP D1, so kind of getting his mojo back, and what a time to do it. So I think we're getting underway right now. I'll be able to talk about some of the other great players on this team, like Mura, like Mike. One thing I want to say about Mike, maybe people don't rate him as high as I do, but I think there's not many players better to play that fourth position on such a powerful team. But we are underway. JX versus Mint. One other thing to note, the teams can only play 2 matches today. So if the team split the games here, I don't know if we're gonna get a cast for that last match, but early on a early bomb. I don't know from which team that was from. I've not been in the booth in a long time, and doing this by myself for this first race is gonna be pretty interesting. Hope you guys can stick with me here, but a DK Mountain first pick. I do believe JX is the host of this, and I don't know if they have 12 race on. I feel like D1 teams are more like they don't really care about 12 race. They just want to get that host advantage, and I think the way it's written in the rule set is that is not required. It's like we kind of made a mistake with how that's done, but so far, not the best start for Frozen. And Frozen is the only POV we're gonna have. I know. Again, another thing with D1 teams, they just don't want to stream. So shout out to Frozen for doing this for us. And an early shock. That's got to be a Sam shock to start it off. 3 Dodgers for JX, and he kind of needed that. Look at the positions they were in before that shock, and Frozen now in a really powerful position to try and break in the first. Same thing with Mura, and it's going to be top 2. So Sam, early off the bat, getting his first shock, and I think that could be a mismatch. Sam is undoubtedly the best bagger in the scene, and Sully, obviously another D1 bagger, but I think Sam has just created so much distance between him and the next best player, who might be Roast, who's also on this JX team. So like, the next best bagger on opposition team is probably Mac, and we might see that in the finals. But for now, Mura, Frozen, top 2. It's gonna be hard to break. You need a POW, you need a blue, or you need a shock. But I mean, Sam's smart. He's not gonna give up anything. It's gonna be a 9er if it comes. We don't know who is in last. He is pretty far back there. Mike did dodge that shock, but maybe he's fallen behind. So top 2, there is the POW. Mura should survive this. Frozen also does a pretty good job. Yeah, he'll get out of this, but with no box. Let's see if there's anyone near him. It doesn't seem like it, and JX are gonna start this off the right way on their track pick, top 2, but all of the hard work and the credit has to go to Sam, who kind of bailed him out there after that early bomb. But I mean, I watched AP versus KG yesterday, and we saw something similar. Just a lot of shocks on DK Mountain somehow. It should be a sitting track, but we're seeing a lot of shocks on it, and a lot of impactful shocks as we've seen here. And JX top 2 to start off, top 2, 5, 8, and finally joined by Ornan here. Say what's up.
Hi guys. Yeah, just some technical difficulties and I was eating, but glad to be here. Sorry to miss the first race.
Well, I can give you a recap. We've just seen a shock from Sam, a lap 2 shock dodging bottom 4, which is 3 of JX and 1 of Mint, and 2 of those dodgers ended up running the rest of the race, and it's a top 2 to start for JX.
Well, it's definitely the momentum that they want to see. I mean, just looking at the past results between these two teams, I know Mint picked off an early win against JX, but then JX came back in the second match and just sent them right back with the same score lead pretty much. So yeah, seeing the momentum go their way already, it's going to be pretty tough to overcome. Let's see what tracks they pick out. I'm going for Gardens from Mint and classic Moonview from JX. They always love picking this track. It's one of their best tracks. So see what the randomizer gets out.
Yeah, and you said something about momentum. I think that's a big point, because JX did not start this season off very well. You said losing to Mint. They also lost to IF early in the season, and they also lost to MC, but then they beat Mint, they beat IF, they beat everyone they needed to, so they're in really good form here, and they're starting off on the right foot, and they get another track pick, so let's see what happens. Ooh,
Oh.
burnout. And I mean, you
Well,
know this team better than I do. Like, what do you think, like, in terms of going for box ace? Do you think that's something they really are gonna prioritize, or we're not gonna see a lot of bagging for eighth place boxes?
I think the more that they recognize that the other team will do it, the more conscious they are of that concept.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
in regards to what they did just there, they were very flexible. Going into the race, they had good opening spots. So Frozen burning out wasn't actually too bad, just considering it was really only him and Mike at the back. TK contesting, of course, seventh and eighth there. So I think these guys recognize the importance of it. And I mean, just looking at it, Frozen just coming back already. They're top three. Like Mura and Frozen definitely just gonna break away from this. And Jeff
Yeah,
obviously can gatekeep. So
it looked like a huge bomb from Jeff there. It was pretty much 3v1 for Leops, and Leops had no chance of avoiding that bomb. And look at this pack. This is this. Mura and Frozen can just back their life. There is a blue coming in, though. Even so, I
even
think
so, I
this
think
will be close to top 3 still.
Mura does end up getting comboed. So I think JX only holding on to top two right now. Not sure where Mike is, but
And look at
um,
Sam. Sam
yeah,
has shock.
Sam is just sitting there by the boost panel. He's waiting for it. Yeah, Sully gonna try to approach him very sneakily, trying to hit it out of him.
Another blue.
Another blue shell coming out. I think Jeff's gonna replace him for first. Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
he misses
misses the
him.
minute
Wow.
turbo. Well,
And
there's
look,
Mike.
they're still in good spots.
Yeah, there's Mike and Murray actually ahead. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish for JX right now. Not sure who's in second, but okay, Frozen getting the TC there and getting Frozen's probably gonna end up getting eighth this race.
Yeah, I guess a
Um,
POW there. A star would have been huge, but I mean, this is going to be a winning race
for
for
JX
JX.
regardless, yeah.
Yeah, two blues on him, and still they can't stop him. So the Muju Highway pick working wonders, despite that early blunder, just missing the startup boost. But it didn't matter because Mura kept his top spot. Jeff hit a great bomb, and it was really only Leops who got a chance in that race, and that got taken out very early. So great
Yeah, for
momentum.
sure. Yeah, I mean that point about the burnout, like there's a lot of like I wouldn't say like Moonview is like super running track. Like once you get into top spots, it's over. Like or like if you start top spots, but opening items also play a big difference. And Frozen just able to recover really nicely, and then being able to solidify a top three pretty much for the entire race, tanking two blues. You just see them top four overall. They know that the momentum is just completely on their side. Let's see what they decide to pick the next race. Actually, pretty excited.
Yeah, and one thing that we're already seeing, it's a 2-0 shot count for Sam, and I was saying before you came on that Sam is, I think he's like, he has a distance over the next best bagger, like, even, like, someone like Sully, who's recognized as a D1 bagger, like, this could get really ugly for him, because Sam is just a different breed.
Yeah, I agree. I think one of the big differences in D1 teams is the bagger difference. And obviously, Sully's been playing for years. I've known the guy for many, many years, but like Sam has just continued to establish his dominant reign almost. It seems like just a great performance in World Cup and just consistent performances all around, whether it be in SL or JX. So let's just see how he puts forth the team on his shoulders in these next couple of matches. Not sure if we're gonna get to a third match today, but um, the teams agreed to play at least two for the best out of three. So gonna get at least some exciting in that sense.
Yeah, and again, another track pick for JX here, 3-0, and they've got some really strong openings so far. And I think it's going to continue. Let's see. I can't really make out who's in first, but Leop's in second, and oh,
Oh,
it's Mint
Min
in
top
top two.
two.
So they break it open, and Frozen. We know how aggro of a player he can be, and he's probably the player you want in third to try and break this up.
Yeah, with the Shroom here, there's a couple. He can be a bit flexible. If he gets hit by like a Nana or something, he can instantly recover. You can even just Shroom past him right here. Let's see
Yeah,
what
he
he
has a
wants to
chance to get in
do.
the first. Zach is kind of
Yeah, Zach is losing
slowing.
ground. Frozen just gonna use a Shroom. Yeah, get into two. Now Mint occupying 1-3. I think they were occupying a bit of the top mid spots as well, and they're back in the top two. Gets
Yeah,
taken out finally.
yeah, that's what you're gonna see a lot with Frozen. He's gonna go for those aggro plays and leave himself defenseless at times, but most of the time it's worth it. But there, he loses out.
Oh, and then losing a little bit more ground. But we see Mint back here as well in 6-7, so kind of a neutral race right now. Oh, TK. Wait, where did TK go? Oh, never mind. I thought he fell off there.
And we don't know if Bill is in play. TK could be holding on to it. Sam has to go for shock, it seems like, with these positions, but we don't know what's going on exactly in the front.
Oh, I only caught one JX. I don't know who the second person was. So yeah, Mint gonna be. Oh wow, Mint almost in like 2, 3, 4, 5. Frozen sliding to fourth, gets taken out again. I think Jeff might be in first.
I think he is, yeah. He somehow got it, and we do see a Bill Noti on the minimap. Someone spinning. I think. Oh my goodness. You see that lag on the minimap? Some guy was spinning out at first, but kept on moving. Mike's gonna be back here. Murrow's gonna be back here. And this is gonna be a
Bottom
winning
three.
race for Mint.
Race for Mint. Not sure what happened to Jeff. Maybe he got first, maybe not. Either way, step for Mint in the right direction. Seeing that score lead trying to break away from them, and already race 3, they're trying to stabilize. So, very well played. Well played for sure.
Yeah, and I guess what's interesting is JX opted for this pick in top 3 instead of top 2-4, which is you give up a lot of draft opportunities for both 4th and 5th, and maybe that's why those spots were broken up. Jeff does his best and keeps first, but 2, 3, 4, 5, and TK did have Bill, so he had a pretty safe top spot there.
Yeah, for sure. Always a really nice feeling having Bill on the back. Can like potentially get shocked later. I don't remember seeing a shock that race, unless there was. Do correct me if there was, but
No shock, yeah.
yeah, no shocks. Very, very stable race for both teams, but Mint more leverage with that Bill and just the Reds on Frozen. Frozen almost was able to secure a good spot there, but Mint just came in every time with the Reds to take him out. So they're very aware
Yeah.
of the situation, and turned out to be a great, decent race for them.
And all that talk about momentum, there's actually a -20 onto JX. It's just that common move you highway push into car on that right side. I think here it's warranted. He was going for Mike with TC and ends up passing it and getting pushed into a car, squished into a car. So Mint are actually not that far out of it. In fact, the scores are
They're
gonna be really
actually,
close.
yeah, I think are the scores right now updated to reflect the pen, or are they actually winning now because of the pen?
Yeah, it's 84-79 to Mint. So I thought JX, I mean, JX looked really good, and then now they're down 5 going into this last race of the what should be the end of the GP, but we do have 12 race on, so we're gonna get some constant action here on Sherbetland. I think it's probably another pick for JX, 4-0 so far.
Yeah, and taking out some of the early top spots that they were secure on TF. Frozen sliding in, so we really see TK and Zach with a TC not able to contest, falls behind in a bomb from Frozen.
I think Jeff gets taken out in that.
Yeah.
It's Mike as the top spot there.
Yeah, ideally Jeff would have been able to escape, but somehow just gets caught in the radius as well. I think Mike still hold on to first, but yeah, again, really neutral positions right now for both teams. However,
Yeah.
that might change very soon, considering. Oh no, wait, never mind. Frozen burned it. I think this is a better item for him right now. I think he's gonna opt to hold this, just considering the pack is so close. And
Baggers are so close
really
too.
tight.
Yeah,
really tight.
Zach goes for the mega, so that might mean Sam is barely 10th. And now there is a little bit of a gap. Everyone is falling off the track.
Target power there. I can only assume that was probably a JX target power, but not too sure. Can't be too sure. It stars TK there. Leop somehow able to take out Mike, so Mint. Oh, and
Oh my goodness! Sam almost trolled his own teammate there, but it looks like Sully is winning. And Sam's off the track, so Sully in 10th. Could be huge to get his first shock of the war.
For sure. And the pack is still really not that spread out. Yeah, we see the bottom spots and.
Oh no, it's Sam in 10. Sam's in 10 actually.
Oh, Sam's in 10. Okay, okay. Alright,
Zach coming
back
up
into first, making this still very competitive.
Frozen playing is super safe too.
Yeah, I mean. Oh.
Oh. That might cost him. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure what the intention was there, but I think Mint is in top 3. TK's Zach Leop.
What a strange shock. I don't even know. I guess it's a canceled blue because nothing else really happened out of that.
Yeah, I didn't really see anyone dodge up as soon as the shock happened, so I can only assume that Mint was trying to use that to gain leverage after the blue. Green's
Nice
coming back,
evasion.
missing both of them, but I think Mint is just gonna secure top 3 out of this unless Jeff gets triple shrooms.
Wow, this is gonna be a huge race. Top
No,
three
I don't.
five.
Yeah, top 3 5. I don't think Jeff was able to pass any of them on the line.
I
Wow.
mean, we gotta look at Frozen there. He slowed down a lot to space out from Zach, just not to get insta-backed, and then he missed the box and couldn't get on the boost panel, and he pretty much gave them top 3 there, but he really
Yeah.
didn't have any help, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough situation being sandwiched by those two, especially with Zach like gaining space on Frozen. Frozen just wanted to do his due diligence and gain just a little bit of more comfortable space, but Leops, as a result, got too close. I'm not sure what he was trying to avoid there. His driving actually looked kind of strange, but yeah, just I mean, missing the boost panel obviously just made it even worse. So yeah, Mint able to get a huge race after that winning race previously on top of the minus 20 that they've accumulated from JX on Moonview. So I don't know. I don't know what JX is thinking right now. 4 races deep into this, you got 2/3 of the war left. They really need to dig deep and get that momentum swayed back on their side of the table.
And another is a potential minus 20 onto Sully this time, so already we're trading minus 20s in D1 semis. At least it hasn't been ruled yet, but it looks pretty bad for Sully here.
Man, that's what happens when it gets to the highest level of the game. Very intense, very competitive, and oftentimes baggers are under pressure to, drive as fast as possible in the risk of maybe getting a troll off, and this is what's happening early on to both these teams. BCWii coming out though, um, definitely one of the most exciting tracks to watch at this level. Obviously, I
Yeah,
feel
for
like
sure.
JX would have a pretty big edge on Mint in this case, considering the fact that their glitch takers are very consistent and have very fast and consistent drivers in Jeff and Mura. So we can definitely see them coming out early, in
And
spite
here's
of
a
the
big
fact that
bomb
Mint is
here.
stopping top 3.
Oh, he's missed. He
Bomb,
missed the bomb. Damn.
yeah, it doesn't get anyone. Mint remains in top 3.
Frozen has Mega. This is pretty much the best item. Like a free unblock without losing any time here. Mura's gonna get a free attempt here. It should
Yeah,
be.
for sure. Yeah, and of course, chaining the Mega, just gonna get rid of that block, and I think he's maybe gonna throw a bomb over the last ramp. Let's see if he waits to do that.
Mura does not make it, I think. Yeah, he does not make it.
All right, let's
I
see where this
believe
bomb goes.
I believe it was a body block from Claw. We saw him stop on the glitch without taking it, and I think that's pretty much thrown off Mura. Mura fell off, I'm pretty sure, so great
Huge
play
play
from
from,
Claw.
yeah, huge play from Claw. I didn't actually notice that, but like, I mean, see Murray back there. I can only assume that something happened to him that was done by that team. So I mean, Mint just keeping their top 2, Murray in the back, exactly what they need to do to continue progressing in this race. And
Hey,
obviously, Leops here in second, just like with Frozen trailing behind, it's gonna be a very exciting battle.
oh,
Leops
he
going for
goes for
glitch.
it. Wow. No way.
Interesting play. I wonder if he made it. I don't think he did,
I
considering
don't think
yeah.
so, yeah. He just gives up a free spot there. Sully is sitting, and I mean, Mike is the one who dodges up here, and Mura, so
Oh yeah.
top
Murata
3, just like
in top
that.
3, and then wow, Zach getting taken out.
Sully should be 10 though, just based on the position of the baggers. So it's a risky shot, but I mean, look at the reward here. It's top 3. There is a blue. Mura did dodge with Star, so
Yeah,
yep,
you're
he does
right.
end up
Did
dodging
dodge
it.
with Star. He took glitch with Star and probably chained like triple shrooms at the zipper. Now you may even face the fact that he has more. So
Yeah.
probably first place, probably secured, and a
What?
mega in third.
A DC for
Someone
sure. Yeah.
DC'd probably. Yeah, you don't really see that very often.
I mean, with all the exploits going around, that was quite the shock. Sully still doesn't have it. He's not gonna get it before this race ends. So unlucky for Sully, I guess.
Yeah, top 3 straight back to JX. We'll see what Jeff gets. I think Jeff probably finishes in either 6 or 7, seeing that Mint is crossing in 4-5. But wow, huge bounce back, great shock, and honestly a very good decision. like, yeah, there's a risk of running Sully getting a second shock for sure, but I mean, the reward, especially being able to tank one blue because of Mura's great chain, I think it just all worked out really well for them, and I think they delivered
Yeah.
really, really, really explicitly. So,
And Jeff is the one who DC'd there. His Wii froze.
oh,
Everything's going on in this D1 semi so far.
but yeah, we're
They
gonna
will
see.
get their spots back though, which is good. And yeah, top three, 8.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a little bit of a break period. We're gonna reset the room, join back in the same spots that they finished in on BCWE, and yeah. I think here I have to go AFK. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, 4 or 5 races down, and we've seen 2 -20s, a Wii freeze. Like, how rare is a Wii freeze, especially on Jeff? Foul play anyone? Maybe. Who knows what's going on, but yeah, it's been back and forth, which is what we expected. But they're trading some huge blows, like top 3 after top 3, -20 after -20. Jeff doing the only person that could stop Jeff is his own Wii, and I mean, that's a good sign. Jeff has just been that guy this season, and as I mentioned before, in this matchup, he's dropped 136 and he's dropped 110, and he's already MVPing. Even with the DC, I think he's pretty close to MVPing. I think Mura's taken that off him, but it's a great start for JX. I think the bagging battle, we're seeing Sam get the better of Sully more often than not. Whether or not that was a niner, I'm not sure, but I mean, I think JX has to be the happier of the teams. I think even the races they have lost, they've been playing pretty well. But with Jeff's Wii freezing, that means that we're not gonna have the scores updated for that race, because when the host DCs, like, the tail ball just can't work. So it should be a pretty sizable lead, at least considering what we've seen so far in this match. So, and they're gonna start top 3. So yeah, nice start for JX. I thought it was like, I thought they should have been up more after those first 4 races, and then we obviously saw the first -20, and they've brought it right back. I think, like I've said, they've definitely came to play here, and I don't know. Despite Mint like looking like they're in it, I feel like other than that Sherberland race, I don't see a lot to really be happy about with this performance so far, and whether that's due to them not playing well or just due to JX playing better, I'm not sure yet, and hopefully we'll find out our answer soon. But as the players join back, I guess, what is there to talk about? I guess probably MC, like, who's, I'm assuming most of them are watching this match. I don't know. I would love to know who you think MC would want to play in semi or in finals, because both of these teams are very strong. I believe MC, I don't think they 10-0'd. I think they took a mutual tie or whatever. I don't know if JX beat MC this season, or if anyone beat MC this season. So they do have one loss to their name, and that was to JX. Okay, so JX did 12-0 them last game of the season, which is where Jeff got his MVP as well. I I don't know what happened, but I saw people were very upset about with Macy, like, giving away the MVP to Jeff on the final race or the final lap of DK Summon, I think. But yeah, I guess if you're MC, maybe you want Mint to win this, but really I don't think they care about who wins. They went 9-1. Their only loss was to JX, so they did tie in match or in wins versus JX over the season. But it's a weird one, because going into the season, I think most people still had JX as that top dog. This is the JX squad with Frozen back in it, so an underwhelming season from JX, but you know that they're gonna come through in playoffs. You kind of knew who was going to make playoffs, and the order of which it happened didn't really matter to JX, because you know there's a good chance they're making finals. But Mint have been a bit surprising to me. I actually thought they'd be by far and away the 3rd best team, and we'd easily see a MC versus JX finals, but And Mint have been playing really well. Leops has done what I expected him to do, and Claw and Zach have definitely backed him up with some great performances of their own. Is this a task too tall for them is the question, and we're gonna get right back underway. Remember, JX starting in top 3, and JX with a decent lead, I would assume, with that top 3 in mind. I believe the scores will at some point be updated because we don't know exactly what the scores are, but it's one race behind, and that race was the top 3 from JX. So JX are in fact in front by a little bit.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry, is my mic okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, we're getting right back underway. MT is the pick in top 3. What do you think about that pick?
I think who picked it?
JX.
From JX.
Yeah.
I think it is quite effective. I think there's a little bit of flexibility in terms of like maybe they don't go for. I mean, it's Gardens anyway, but I like the pick.
Yeah. I mean, they've already got a lot of, like, all of the strong top 3 tracks are dwindling, and I mean, we're gonna keep MT for another day, so see who goes for this 8th place box. It's gonna be, was that bottom 3 boxes for JX? I'm not sure. I don't think it was, but Jeff got 8th place box. Frozen gets 6th place golden, I believe.
Yeah, 6th
And then
place golden. But
change it to Shroom.
yeah, Shroom for potential lap 2 cut. I mean, now he has to burn it
Ooh,
to get the
yeah.
red, but he has 2 more item sets to maybe pull another one. So see if he can just hang on, in spite of Leops. Gonna be doing some pretty weird back spam as he usually does.
And
But
this bag
yeah.
battle, look at it. It's already broken away, and it's gonna be Sully gone
Sully,
10.
I think Sam had to lose maybe 1, maybe 2 bills. Not sure. That's definitely JX Pow getting Frozen to set. He's gonna be able to nice red. I think that might connect.
Can he
Oh
break
no,
down the right
Leops.
wall? Yes, he
Good
does.
job.
Nice
That was
play.
a really nice job. Yeah.
And look at this top 2 break. You don't really see this without like 2 goldeners at first set, which Leops did not do. So
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, they're past the maze and they're just now entering the maze. Like
yeah, I mean, this
so
is a
far
crazy
away.
break. Maybe that POW was from 8th place because it didn't seem like anyone did anything to
Did
catch up to
anything
this
to catch
pack.
up? Yeah.
And
Oh,
that
and the
forces the early shock. That is such an early shock.
yeah, but I feel like did I don't know who spun out on the bagger map, but can only
I
assume
think with
that's
that early of a shock, it's gotta be Mint calling it because they know their bagger's 10th.
yeah. I'd probably say the same.
And I think it is TK in 3rd place. He probably has a chain to take cut here. So it is gonna be close.
JX just like still Murr all the way in there in 8th, and then probably just some other JX members there too, Mike and Jeff.
This
Really
might be
just
a
Mint calling
3v1
the shots.
here, right?
Yeah, it's just Mint really calling the shots right now. Oh,
Oh!
the green, but hits the Nana after. So Mint sliding back into top
Oh
2.
wow. He did not
Oh,
deserve that, but
wow.
and he doesn't get box.
There's no box.
What a play from
Leops
Leops.
recovering into
Eh,
top 3, but getting a draft off
Then
in
he
the
gives it
second
right
place.
back, and he's off. Oh my god. And it's gonna be top 3 for Mint.
Top 3 for Mint. Top 3, 8.
That is
Wow.
heartbreaking. Like, that's probably the best he could have played that 3v1, and then there's just a Nana there waiting for him. I don't think he loses that if that's not there.
Yeah, if that Nana just isn't there, he just holds on to first because he at least gets a box last set, you know? Contrary to what happened there, like, I, s- I have no idea what happened at the beginning. I'll be real. Like, you
Yeah.
said there were 3 JX bagging, and I was like, no way they would do that. And then as Frozen's goldening through the cut, I only see Mint. And I'm just like, huh? Like, Mint just,
Yeah.
like, called the shots early, and then for some reason, that huge pack split after that POW just resulted in, like, an early shock, Mint trying to re-solidify, and then Frozen actually winning the 1v1 that held on for pretty much the whole race to run into an unfortunate Nana, giving Mint top 3. I mean, like, that race was definitely like a crazy race right out of the gate from the reset
Yeah.
room.
And
My
even
god.
after he gets that Nana, he gets that draft right back onto Leops, you think, okay, maybe you can get second out of this, and the
Yep.
no box really cost them there. A great play from Leops to get that draft to steal the box.
Of course, and yeah, I don't know who threw the red, but of course having that last resource available finally finished the job. Like obviously they're really happy to get back into this, considering there's lots of top threes being traded off. I feel like, or just big races in general. I haven't really seen like a stable slash neutral race yet, besides maybe DKM, where there was only a top two for JX. Otherwise, very huge races for both teams. Actually, kind of exciting, seeing how one team
Yeah.
can capitalize on the leverage the most.
Delfino squares the pick, so we're trading luck tracks here. One thing I remember when playing JX, they don't like to pick luck tracks that often. At least they play to the like they just think they're better than most teams. But I guess in this matchup, you can't really do that. You gotta go with your luck tracks because you know you're playing a really strong opposition.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you can mix it up any way you want in this Delfino opening. That's the beauty of it, because the next set
Yeah.
is so far away. You'll have a lot of people opting to bag and run just a great balance between both teams. You'll probably see a lot of neutral spots opening now, but
Ooh.
Frozen taking the little bit of a jab there, but getting the trail off on Leops
Nice.
nonetheless. I think that's top two for JX right now, but a lot of people taking cut. Let's see. Okay, so 2-3-4 for JX now. And then Zach getting in the air, so he's get to keep his shrooms potentially. Maybe he has more. I'm not sure if Jeff was able to survive that POW. But
One thing I did note was the baggers did not wait until 30 at that last set. So maybe there's Bill input, or maybe Sam pulled off some weird strat like going around the boxes
yeah,
before 30.
potentially. Yeah, you can
So
definitely do that very efficiently, and Sam is always like doing those really cool and very actually broken strats almost
yeah,
on the boxes. So but the bagger battle is still very tight. So blue coming out there, it's still a very unpredictable race. And yeah, Zach holding on to his shrooms from that POW lap one. He's gonna take the cut here, but Mura sliding into first before him. 1-3 for JX.
one of the baggers is going forward, so Chalk is most likely in play. We don't know who it is though, and that's probably gonna decide the race. Nice schlagging.
Nice slag, and he's gonna do it again for the other member. Oh, Leops thinks he can shroom away from it.
Yeah, that's a good play.
Yeah, breaks
And
it. Now it's
Sully is the bagger who I don't think has shock. So I'm pretty sure Sam has shock and is trying to drop shrooms for Mura in first place. So doubly effective from him.
yeah, the double-edged sword, getting an advantage for one of your run. Yeah, and Mura does actually go through the cut, getting a ground from there, breaking further away.
Those reds
So,
might go for Mura. Like with how reds work nowadays, that might be
uh,
scary. But I
yeah,
think he
but
has a
yeah,
distance.
I think it was going for Zach, but looks like it didn't really do anything anyway, though. But Golden coming out from Frozen, he's gonna be able to pass Leops here. I think that's a bottom two for Mint. Oh,
Ooh,
fifth.
does he squeeze out fourth? I don't know,
I
but
don't,
it looks like 1-3-5-6 at the worst.
at the worst, yeah. At best, 1-3-4-6. So still pretty solid race, and I mean, kudos to them for picking such a bold pick and getting the most leverage. Of course, Sam doing his due diligence in multiple ways, getting shrooms from Mura, just securing that first, and I mean that shock coming out as well to just keep their mid spot secured. I think that was just a very well played race. But yeah, Frozen getting fifth, 1-3-5-6, still pretty good for JX. I think they hold on to the lead. I think. Oh no, wait, is that scores? Is that score right?
I think it's missing the race, the BCWE race, so it's closer.
Okay, okay.
And one thing we don't say it like about this track, but it seemed to work out is frontal presence. Like JX were first pretty much every second of that race, whether it was Jab, whether it was Frozen, and Mura took over, and it really like paid off in the end.
Yeah, I mean, Zach was able to get those shrooms into first, pretty much the only guy who had an item in top four basically after that POW. But I mean, Murrow was somehow able to smuggle like triple shrooms or something very deep into the mid pack. He was able to just slide past Zach, taking the double quicker than he could do the normal cut. So yeah, I mean, JX barely valuing on a track that would otherwise really reward bagging in most instances. I think that was really nicely played from JX considering the circumstances.
Yeah, so I think the score is +1 to GX right now, and we have 5 races to go. So this is, I mean, this is exactly what you want to see in D1 semis. A very close match with some big races too. It's not like small races. We've seen some great plays, and TK Summer gonna see some more for sure.
Yeah, I mean, great pick coming out. Everyone loves this track. Just kidding. Not many people
Yeah,
are a fan,
yeah, not me, bro.
but exciting track nonetheless. Great shortcut capabilities. Awesome shock potential as well. And we see him. I mean, Frozen just instantly spamming that mega, trying to gain some space or make space for his team in the front here.
And I don't know if I saw it correctly. I think Leops might have picked this. Maybe a little bit of ego seeing Murra in first. I'm not sure. I know Leops really likes this track as well, so
Yeah,
maybe
no,
2-4
Leops.
was good enough just to send it. And
Yeah, no,
so
Leops
far,
is pretty solid at
Murra's
this track, but
yeah,
no, Murra hung on. In fact, Leops is like nowhere to be seen almost. So a
Bill
bill,
in
early bill
play.
coming out. I think that was a good call considering you don't want JX to break away and double block the cut. Oh, but an early shot from
Ooh,
Mint.
Sully pulls a big one there. This is gonna change everything.
Yeah, now I think that's Zach and
That's a triple dodge
Claw.
from Mint. It's gonna be top 3 coming in.
Top three for Mint. Wow, now they can call the shots on who can take the double. The missed
Bomb's not
bomb
gonna
from
hit.
Murra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
okay, there's
safe.
one. You probably need more than one to win this race, unless what that bagger we see that's winning is Sam. You might get a look at it here. No, it's Sully. Sully's winning bag battle, and he's already got a shock to his name. So this could be a double shock race for him.
This could be really big, and honestly, if the
Nice
man's
reds
there,
from Frozen. He
yeah,
takes
great man
out
to take
2.
him out. So now JX is like they're able to gain some sort of leverage in this race, barely missing the Nana there. But I mean, I think Claw is good enough to just keep this lead.
The
And
big
so
question
Sully would,
is, do you go
yeah,
for double in second?
I don't think so because, oh, I mean,
Here, he's gonna go
Frozen
for
is
it.
just gonna do it. Yeah, it
And
takes the
look,
wide route. I
yeah,
mean,
that's a great
obviously,
line to take, knowing it's
yeah.
gonna be blocked.
I mean, I think it was a good call. The pack is actually pretty close behind him, so good call taking double, holding on to second. I think Mint's gonna get 1-3 out of that. I think TK finished behind Frozen there, but wow, these races, man, they're so intense. The early shock, the early bill, they needed to use those resources to just sway the race back in their favor, and Frozen doing great job trying to minimize the damage. The reds and the blue come together to take out 2 of Mint entering lap 3, but Claw just holding on to his lead. Oh
One
no,
thing
Mike.
I liked
Oh,
from that race is like Sully probably had shock before that bill was used. So he used Bill to get into a better position to dodge with his teammates instead of holding Bill to dodge like from the back. So that was an interesting play and a great play from I believe it was Claw who ended up winning that race. Like something I probably would not have thought about. I'd be like, okay, I have Bill, I can just dodge whenever. But instead he builds so that he could dodge in that 3-4-5 pack. So smart play there.
yeah, no, I mean, I think just all around a very good, like solid performance from both teams right now. I think Mint may have the upper edge considering Sully was able to just really do some damage on DKS. They were able to hold on to their good spots entering lap 3. So dry coming out from Mint. Actually, I'm a bit shocked. You usually see teams picking DDR straight out of the gate, but this deep into the war can actually be pretty exciting. And then Parkway coming out from JX. I I am not the biggest fan of Parkway, I'll be honest, but they make it work. It's really nice seeing teams actually pick tracks that are considered a bit controversial, kind of not like in the sense that
Yeah,
it's
I
like
agree.
bad or anything, but it's like a lot of people just think it's not very good, but like JX just making it work. Let's see if they can do that. But Jeff getting the early draft, not able to get past Claw though. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeff
this is
getting
a big
bumped
position from
finally.
Claw here, just to keep first and stop Frozen from being able to freely back some in first. So you gotta stop the draft and keep first. And he's
Oh,
not able to do that because that fib.
that fib was greatly placed. Even though it didn't connect, it made Claw lose enough time. And I think that's top two for, yeah, top two. Getting the back off on third as well. Uh, yeah, I mean, JX is just going to try and maybe load this bridge up.
Oh,
Oh,
I
just
don't
one
think that was
Nana.
supposed. Oh, okay. Mike is behind, so maybe that was on purpose. The baggers are literally neck and neck. maybe both baggers got box 10 there, so
It's
we don't
crazy.
know what the situation is.
Coming at such high speed, I think both of them might have had shrooms. We see one of them actually falling behind.
Yeah.
One has a clear lead. So yeah, it's just a very tight race so far. The pack is not even that far spread. It really isn't.
Murray's been keeping his 8th place. I've seen him stop at, I think, 2 or 3 boxes now, trying to keep 8th. I don't think he will anymore, considering someone is pretty far behind him. Baggers are still very close to each other.
Oh, Sully has
One
shock.
of them has, yeah, one of them has
Sully
it.
has
Sully.
shock, yeah. Or I actually I'm not too sure. Oh no, that was
No,
Sam.
Sam has shock, okay.
So Sam
And
was in Star and was behind Sully there, but I think he was able to take the grass cut to pass him by the tree and get box 10. That's a shock. It's a
yeah,
shock for JX.
and remember the scores are a little, JX are up 10. They have a plus 19 race that's not included, so plus 10 race with shock on DK Jungle Parkway. Will they just burn it here? No, they'll
No.
hold on to it.
Honestly, I think this is a good call because
Yeah,
pack
me
is still
too.
kind of tight.
And
We
they had a
don't know whether
prowl to extend it.
yeah, we don't know whether Murrah has actually been holding on to something the whole race. You don't see him in the back very often, so
Yeah, he hasn't taken a single cut, I think, this entire race. So maybe he got Bill early, or maybe he's holding on to Star. Sam
wow.
not gonna get trolled. I don't think he got trolled there, so yeah, it looks like he's still holding on to it. Maybe Blue's being held by Murrah or Jeff, so there's the late shock. Everyone spins.
Oh,
There's the blue. What?
I think Mint might have gotten it last time, but Leop's getting
Leops is gonna steal it,
Zach third.
and that has to go down as a choke, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, like, what else do you
Wow.
expect? Like, you can't. You don't really expect them to just give top two like that, especially with them not holding blue. You need to secure the spots. I think they got maybe a little trigger happy or something. I'm not sure what it was. It's just a very uncharacteristic mistake, and Mint walking away with two very powerful positions to start the next race. 1-3 while JX gets 2-4-5. I'm not sure. Jeff got 7th. Wow.
Wow, and I guess Murrah was the one holding blue. I thought he was gonna dodge for sure, and he doesn't end up dodging. It's an insta spam blue from Mint. I don't think the random green mattered. I don't think he was crossing.
Yeah,
So
I don't think so either. I think like I just don't really know Sustain.
yeah.
This is
Oh man, and
wow.
If Mint go on to win this war, you gotta look back at that one because that should have extended the lead. No matter what, there has to be a lead extension there, and instead they lose that race. Not by a lot, but still, in a war like this where it's been so close throughout, and you know a big race is around the corner still, and yeah, I can't believe what I just saw there.
Neither can I. Oh my god. It's still wow. That I don't know. These races are just very exciting to watch. I have no idea how some stuff even happens, and like it's just the beauty of Mario Kart. Like you just get hit with the most unpredictable things. We see Mint
And
just like breaking away just
to
slightly with a
add
12-point lead.
to add to JX's misery there, you did mention how Sam like took that grass cut to get the shock in the first place. But as he was
Oh!
doing it, he trolls Zach, and it's another minus 20 onto JX. So Mint are in the lead once again. I mean, what is
Oh my
going on?
god. How
I
much of a point differential was BCWii?
plus
I mean,
19, I believe.
plus
So I
19,
think,
okay. We're
okay,
down
maybe,
13. I think Jack
yeah.
13.
Oh my goodness, and RBC, and look at this start. Look at the start. Top 3 break.
I mean, I just don't even know what even happened to get there, and they cannot be more
Try and
happy right
steal these
now.
boxes away from Sully, maybe. Just make sure he
Yeah.
doesn't get box 10. We don't know what the case is. If he has it, it's gonna be an early shock, almost guaranteed.
I mean, this is just one of the most notorious tracks where you can get into top spots early and just backspam zones, backspam like tight, wide, whatever you
Yeah,
choose.
you could do whatever.
Just break away.
Anything could be a good backspam on this track. Like there's just so much opportunity to backspam, and you don't know what to expect. Sam is also winning bag battle,
This is just not good. They have
and
total
yeah,
leverage right now. Near total leverage. We don't know where Jeff is, but we can only assume he's just trying to play the dirty game, trying to hold on to a dodge that Mint so very much desire. I mean, Mura's
This
still
is
holding
a
on to third as
horrid.
well. This is
Yeah.
completely terrible position for Mint right now. See how JX can just completely capitalize on this midway through this race.
See, Sam is still in. He's still winning.
Oh.
Maybe he has to try and get hit. JX don't or Mint don't go for Sam, so Sam gets another box 10 here.
Well, the bagging battle is a lot closer now, and with the blue coming out, still kind of unpredictable, honestly. Like, we actually see the pack kind of tight between the top 6 spots. Like, maybe bottom 2 just trying to play catch up, but no, this is still anyone's game. Mike, like, one more blue, and it's going to be really tough to hold on to just top 2.
Sam is going forward though. I think he's pulled it, and that might be it. We do see bomb TC as well.
Oh, I
It's-
think that was still good for
what
JX.
is going on?
That was still good for JX. Top 3-5. Zach, the only Mint member up here. Everyone is scrambling
A
behind.
blue is not really
Blue
gonna do
is really
anything.
do anything. Triple
Pow.
reds either. It's like triple reds effective, but Jeff is too far away. I think they just secure top 3. I mean,
Yeah,
we
I
see
think
no shock either. This is
we
really
might.
just
He might slow
damn
down
shock.
for a 7th place shot call here. No, he's gonna keep
I don't
going.
know if he gets the mega. Oh no, I think they're gonna hold on to it.
He
Oh!
flies over the 5th for 5th place. Top 3-5 for JX, and they're right back in the lead. Oh my
Oh
god,
my
what is
goodness,
going on?
man. Wow,
And
that was
it
a
all
wild
goes
race.
back to that start. Their top 3 like break after the 3 thwomp set. Like,
Yeah, that start is so crucial. Being on the long straight, you need to prevent drafts. You need to support your teammates with drafts of their own, and I think it just completely fell apart for Mint there. I mean, 1-3 offers them just enough flexibility to maybe swerve and get a good opening, but no, JX just immediately able to capitalize on their lost ground from the last race. Top 3 early and practically keeping it the whole race. JX is definitely not one to play with, guys. Race is it race 10, race 11? I'm not sure.
I think
but...
this is. I think that was race 11 because we have BCWE that's not on the table, and we just had that race. So I think this is last race, and
Wow.
I don't know if that puts it out of reach.
Yeah, JX should be up 14, considering the plus 19 they got from BCWE. So still, I mean, there is an edge in JX. I would say in competitive Mario Kart, like a difference of single digits isn't really that good, but double digits, you're starting to get a little bit of an edge, and I think JX can really have that up their sleeves right now going into this last race. So a GV exciting pick coming out from Mint. Maybe I really hope it does pick GV. That would make it a really nice ending to this war.
I actually don't know. I thought it. I actually don't know what race this is because the table lock keeps saying Sherbaland, so I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna update with RBC. I don't know if it already has. It's a crazy war with so much going on, many penalties, many lead changes, big races left and right, and we're gonna get that top 3 MT that we were talking about earlier that didn't get picked. They're gonna get it here, and they can break away, especially with Mura in first. I'm pretty sure this is one of his best tracks.
Yeah, I mean, so Jay, it's a Murra and Mike gonna be trying their best to get some sort of break on top 2. Jeff, I think, pulled a golden there on the cut strat. He's gonna try and break away. Yeah, Jeff is just disappearing, so I think he got a golden there. Very nice pull from Jeff. Murra's getting
Mura
taken
gets
out.
hit. Okay,
So
makes it
1-3.
interesting.
Yeah, and Mike taking TK out, so there's top 2
Top
for
2-4.
JX.
Go
Yeah,
up for the
Frozen gonna
box.
go for the items,
So many good items you could pull. Pow is okay
I think
if you
this is
hold it.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
if he holds it, or I don't know, maybe he might wait for the branch and try and chain it late to get Mike and Jeff after the branch and T-Pow third. A lot of things he can do, but of course, this track has lots of long straights. He can very easily get redded, so he needs to
Star in
just
play
battle
from
very
bottom
wisely.
spots.
Yeah, it's so close to the bottom pack. Oh my
And now
goodness, they all
TK
enter the
passes
cannon.
him, so this Pow's gonna be even more effective. He's gonna get both Zack and TK.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, and TK getting collateral damage. Oh, but Mike
Mike
gets
is
2 cap as
gone.
well.
Yeah, Mike's gone. Not as good as it should have been, maybe. Maybe a mishap from Mike, or maybe just a little bit of overzealousness.
maybe just a little early from Frozen, but either way, um, I mean, just getting into top two, but hitting that leaf pile Nana, so Up's gonna get into second here. Very mixed spots all of a sudden.
We don't know shock situation. Both baggers are still spinning, so no shock in play. I'm almost certain of it, unless it's pulled right here. Star in third for Leops.
Leon.
A shock
Wow.
here if he just pulls it. Nope. Another pal.
Oh, wow. He's getting some killer pals right
Yeah,
now.
and he's
I
gonna
mean,
chain this
This is
too.
gonna be much easier, much easier. Yeah, getting the box.
Single
Pretty much the
green.
same level of damage. But
Yeah. Leops is dead to the
Leops-
Wiggler. Star mega in play. Zach gets the ground star.
Ground
He's not
star.
gonna. There's a
Oh,
shock.
shock!
He's gonna win this race. Bill
Is
in
that a double
play.
dodge? It's a double dodge! No,
No,
okay,
it's
mixed
Mura.
dodge.
Mura does
Mixed
predict
dodge.
it. Blue in
Okay,
play.
Okay, so I think JX wins it. If Zach
Jeff
passes,
keeps
the blue's
first.
just out.
Jeff
Yeah,
keeps first. So they're gonna keep 1-3-4 here.
I think Jeff held on to first beautifully, in spite of the glaring charge of Zach in his star. 1-3-4 for JX.
Wow.
It's gonna take the first match in what was definitely a great display from both teams. Very intense, very tight, very big races for both teams that completely swayed the table. But JX coming out on top, and also very tight bagger battle as well. We saw a lot of close bagging battles this war. So I mean, great performance from everyone all around. Definitely excited to see what Mint can do in the upcoming match as they take the host.
Yeah. I don't know if this war is over yet. There's
Oh,
been so many starts and stops. I think there's one more.
damn it!
And I don't know what the score is either. Someone in chat can let us know if you have a working table, because I mean it's a I mean I don't know what's going on.
Mm, there seems to be a bit of disagreement as to what the score actually is. Jeff saying that our scores are off on the stream. We'll try and get those updated as soon as possible. Huh, I mean, it looks like Frozen still trying to consider a track pick, so yeah, I think there may end up actually being one more race.
Okay, so I mean Jax up 9 before Maple Tree Way is what Jeff is saying, and they did win that. They're probably up to 25 at least. I don't know. And Leops and those guys are not picking a all run sort of track, so I think they believe that they can win this without all running. So still a lot to play for. Jake's up 23 is what a lot of people are saying. So yeah, definitely doable still. And if you pull a shock here, it's absolutely top 4 ball, top 3, but whatever you need to get that plus 25 to win it.
Yeah, wow. So GV, like I said last race, what I wanted to actually be picked, finally coming out, and still, I mean, like this is more or less JX's game, but I mean, Mint still, like you said, is having something to play for here. They're not completely out of it. Of course, they're gonna send Sully backwards as usual. Um, early Shroom coming out is very good. So they can get a nice early lead. Can only
Frozen,
see
okay,
what
makes it. Is
only
that a
see
second
what
place
else Mint
box?
has
It
picked, and he
is.
gets a Shroom again.
And Mura's behind him. That, oh my god. Like, talk about jackpot.
Wow, it could be even worse if Mura has more, but I don't think he does considering he fell behind there. Otherwise, I think he would have chained those Shrooms. Red coming out,
We'll dodge
easy
it.
avoidance. Yeah, Mura getting taken out a little
One
more.
of the baggers is going for it. Sam's
Sam
in
falling
10th.
off first. Yeah, Sam's in 10.
And Sully also, oh my goodness.
Oh my.
He can still make it.
Oh my
Oh,
god. Wow. That was really well done. That was such a great adjustment.
what?
Wow.
We're seeing some amazing plays. He's gonna get blued for it. His team's backing him up really well though. I think it's still like top 2-4. And Sam in 10th. Does Sully pull a 9er to try and win this war for his team? I don't know if that's gonna be the case. Triple Reds is a great pull here.
Yeah, but doesn't he get the succeeding item? Doesn't hit Zach? Well, he might connect on him here. Yes, gets him
Yes, he
off.
does. That might be enough to win the war. There's a shock. And
TSing Mint. I think that was
yeah,
the JX shock.
yep, that's
Yeah.
it. That is game.
Oh, they're bottom three. Yeah, if they
Yeah,
don't do
there's
anything out of
no
the
coming back.
ordinary, JX should take this match. I mean, their top spot's
Yeah,
already
there's
crossed.
no
It's over.
chance. Wow,
Wow.
what a finish! What a war we've just seen. Uh, Someone's got to count the amount of lead changes we had. Like, you couldn't ask for a better match one, and we're going to have match two coming up very shortly. We don't know if match three is gonna happen. I'm pretty sure it will not happen. So, Jax looking to close out this series. Mint trying to force game three to be played at a later date. But wow, that was. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better match. Like I said, that was unbelievable.
Unbelievable gameplay. Like, huge races for both teams. No one really was the clear winner until those pretty much last, like, 4 or 3 races. I mean, kudos to JX for taking it. I mean, they were able to fight past long, hard races that Mint was just gaining so much leverage. I mean, you'd see like early bills, early shocks from Sully and just the rest of the team, but JX able to hold on, trying to close out the series today, and Mint trying to stay alive. We're gonna see a host change and hopefully maybe some maybe some subs. I'm not sure, but I think JX will probably keep their same lineup. Mint, I'm not too sure. They have a lot of depth. You could definitely see someone subbing in, but of course you never
Yeah.
know.
It's gonna be interesting. I think the only sub I could see, I've always said this or like thought this about Mint, it's going to be Zach Claw and Leops, and then that fourth member, they have Sharon, they have Sane, they have TK. Asmac's probably not available, so maybe you switch to Sane. I don't know the scores or the indies or anything like that. So we don't know. I don't know if TK played poorly, but he's probably the odd man out if they were to make a change. I don't think there'll be a bagger change either. So
Yeah, I mean, in the case of bagger changes, I'm not sure who's Sully or okay, so two. I'm sorry, it's not 2S. So does Mint have Bop on
Bop,
their roster?
yeah,
Okay,
Bop's the other one.
so Sully and Bop, they're pretty good. I would love if either bagger played for my team in any setting, whether
Yeah,
scrim or anything.
absolutely.
The great options to have, but then you look at the side of JX and it's just Sam and Roast. Like, what more can you say? I mean, those
You
two on
can't
their
go
own
wrong.
cannot go wrong with either one of them. Both very mechanically solid, great communication, very resourceful. It's honestly tough to see Roast. I honestly think Roast wanted to take a little bit of a break these past year or so, considering all of the play he had to do with Ethereal and Team Japan. So yeah, definitely a lot that he had to weigh on his shoulders, and I think he's just taking a bit of a step back now. But of course, still a great option for JX. So great depth there, especially going into MC. If they win this match, they'll have such great potential against MC in the finals, in the bagging department, and of course their runners. Being that classic JX lineup, you can never go wrong with a two-time D1 champ.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess I think we do have a semblance of a table. Mura 110, Jeff 108, Zach 101. The big thing I want to notice, Leop 72. I don't I I've been paying attention to Leop's scores. I've been playing fantasy, I've looked at how he's done. I don't think Leops has scored lower than 95 this season. So scoring 72 in a big match, I mean that might be the problem there. They need more production out of him. And I don't know if that's on him or if JX just did a really good job just shutting him out.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to both teams, like I feel like with Mint, one of the more star players that people tend to turn towards is Leops. And he definitely put on a great performance this season, consistency in all matches, definitely delivering for his team. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not really too sure because I feel like he played his part in this match. You saw him a lot in the front, especially in first on like Gardens. Obviously
Yeah.
he did get taken out by Frozen, but I mean, I do remember other races too where Leops was an instrumental role in Mint's front presence. So of course, like, can't really dog on him too much right now, but Yeah, 72 points. Could have used just slightly more. Actually, quite a bit more. Maybe a couple more pens from JX, Helia style. But yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
and one thing to note, like JX, without pens, the score is like 400, like 332 or something like that. So JX, like you could say that JX just played way
The
better than
leader
Mint
is here.
over the course of the war. The both -20s were like not that influential on the race. One was a troll in eighth, and another one was a lap one troll on Movie Highway, which I guess is somewhat influential. But JX probably really deserved to win it more than Mint did, despite the war being so close. I guess you could look at it from that perspective, especially if you're a JX player, that it shouldn't have been that close to begin with.
Yeah, no. If you remove all of the penalties, JX wins by nearly 70, a magnitude of more than two top fours. So definitely, and considering all the big races that were played by both teams, definitely could have just been the difference if like there weren't any pens. That could have just been like a plus 100 almost if Sully got like that same pen and JX had none. So yeah, I mean, I think JX is probably thinking they should have won that match either way, in spite of the fact that they had more penalties. So honestly, going into this match, I wouldn't be too worried if I was JX. I mean, they're used to playing such high-level playoff matches before, multiple seasons. I don't see them crumbling under pressure in this upcoming match. I'm more so going to focus on Mint just because this is their first time playing as a team under the name Mint, and just like if they decide to like continue playing in other seasons, this can be a really crucial match, gauging whether or not they should continue. Um, like we see
Yeah,
some
for
teams,
sure.
we see teams like getting formed, and sometimes they stay, and sometimes they just kind of shrivel out immediately. But maybe we can see this group stay for maybe a couple more seasons, hopefully. But it really just kind of boils down to this match. Hopefully, we can see Mint kind of scramble together under pressure and deliver a really solid performance now. Maybe even winning the match and taking to a game three entirely, which of course will be on an upcoming day. Just not today. I think the Europeans are going to be in bed quite soon after this match ends.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on, but there's like some guy keeps joining the room under the tag JX2 Mint 1. So some trolling from someone in the community, and he keeps getting kicked. We don't know who it is, but yeah,
Is this a
so
protest or is this like
yeah, I
a?
don't know what's going on, but slowly but surely the players are entering the room, and I do believe we are seeing PK back in lineup. So no, we should not be seeing any lineup changes going into match two.
Wow. All right. Keeping it tight. Both teams just gonna maintain the same players in call and just in chemistral gameplay. They're just gonna come together and just try and do their best, no matter what depth they have. So I mean, obviously, like with JX, you do have a little bit of depth with Thunder on the side. He's a great option, but obviously, both teams seem pretty content with their players right now. They're just gonna run forward with that. Just need two more people to join, the baggers in particular. This match will be underway. Wow. Ugh. This is actually I did not expect to get a cast for semis today. Like they
Yeah,
were
it's
like
kind of like out of nowhere. I wasn't
yeah,
expecting
like
it either, but I'm
yeah, it was
very
just
happy.
no, for real. Like we need to bring more light to this great gameplay being played. And sometimes a lot of these D1 matches just go completely unobserved. They just kind of play silently in their own isolated rooms, and once the match is over, it's over, and nothing is shown ever. Besides, like the penalty every so often, like that's like the
Yeah,
mere bits and glances of gameplay we can get from these high-level teams.
and that's why like you got to give a huge shout out to Frozen, who does this every season, streams every match. Same with Fox, like pretty much every match he'll stream, but you don't see that with a lot of players. They nerves or like so many excuses you could say, or just input lag and all that. So Frozen just doing this and playing like he played a very good match. We saw so many good plays out of him. So I mean, you gotta shout him out.
Yeah, shout out to like Definitely the names you said, like Frozen, Fox, um, Mint. I mean, Leop sometimes also streams, and it's always a pleasure to watch him. Like, go out and support your favorite streamers. I mean, they bring so much attention to the game, despite it being a small community. The flashy plays, the cool strategy, weird behaviors that lead to great advantages in the game. There's always something new to learn, something new to see, and it just never ceases to amaze such great gameplay coming from these guys. So yeah, I I'm really upset actually that the Ops didn't opt to stream this match, but respect to whatever decision he wanted to make. At least we got a really good POV in Frozen, and so match two should be starting very soon. Everyone's in the room. Just have to really just go into the first pick with a lot of fresh minds. Mint just needing that reset can ultimately help with balance. I mean, they did lose by a lot last war in spite of the pens that were tacked onto JX. You can try to see them start out really strong compared to how JX started out strong in the last match. And maybe that could be a key difference in how this war plays out.
Yeah, I think all eyes are gonna be on Leops here. Not like his worst performance by far of the season. Probably one of his worst performances ever in D1, just in terms of points. Even though we do think, like we saw him on Peach Gardens, we've seen him in the front, but just hasn't translated to points like it has throughout his D1, throughout his entire Mario Kart Wii career, I guess you could say. So he's they need him. They really do need him. Like even if he has a really good performance, like a 100 plus performance, that's not guaranteed to win against a team like JX. So he's like you have to get his guarantee 90 or whatever, and then the rest of the guys have to come through. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
also just keeping people on the same page too. Seeing that Mint is a relatively new team, of course they've gotten their fair share of practice in, but JX has been around for years. These guys have been playing together for so long,
and they're
and
not
it's
used
like
to losing. Like
yeah, like it's gonna be very important that everyone is on the same page at Mint, so they can come together with a single game plan each race that they can ultimately deliver on. So of course DDR, the classic pick coming out from 1357. We missed seeing this in the last war, but we get to see it now. Let's see how
yeah,
Frozen handles it from second.
an early Frozen versus Leops matchup here. Leops starting in first, so the frontal presence is just gonna naturally be there from him, and let's see if he can get off to a good start here. Triple
The
greens
great
is gonna be
items coming out from
hard to play.
Frozen, yeah.
How can you outplay these? You might not
Leop's
be able
losing
to.
losing a bit of time. He's actually gonna
He's
lose
gone.
first.
He's gone.
Losing first to the triple greens. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, Jeff sliding back there and getting another green off onto Mint, I think.
Look at the
Top
pack
two.
already. I
Yeah,
mean,
top two split. You can see Mura and Mike just meddling down there, trying to get some good items to potentially take the cut.
Sam is also winning bag battle by a lot.
That is a
Like,
lot. That is almost perma 10, if that's how they say. I mean, Sam can afford to lose not one, maybe two, maybe three bills and still remain in 10. And it doesn't even look like he has Bill yet, so he continues ravaging this bagging race.
it could
With
mean
Zach.
it could also be Sully Shock 9. He went around that little grass or sand cut, so he's either holding Bill or he just already has Shock. And with the
I
way he's
think he might be
playing,
holding Shock because he's
yeah,
not falling off.
we'll see if he jumps off here after the runner's pass. But I think he could have it. And
I
also
don't
this
think.
big matchup here in first and second, Zach versus Frozen. I
Oh,
think Sully has it. Yeah,
yeah, that's the Sully Shock.
Sully Shock. Who's gonna be coming up? It's gotta be. You'd expect TK. We haven't seen him in this race yet. Maybe Claw.
Yes, Star Dodger coming up. I think that was. Yeah, that's
There's
TK
TK.
top
Triple
two for
greens
Mint.
again. There is side snipe
Let them
opportunities
fly.
here.
Let them fly right here. Oh, okay,
Oh.
two.
Okay. Oh,
Gets
he gets
TK at
one.
least.
Okay.
Gets one. Oh, but the
Oh
green hits himself.
no! Top
Leop's gonna
two.
replace the. Oh my God, Leop's merely replacing the spot for TK almost. A lot of mid spots for JX in
That's
three
not a
through
good item
six.
here. Blue is not a good item
He's
either.
gonna
It's
go
too
for
late.
Shroomless. He can maybe get some reds off. Oh
Late shock. Oh my god.
no.
It's 6-8, so it's not a huge race, but a great start from Mint. I think it's a shock 9 to start it off.
Shock
But
9 for Sully. Yeah, the way he was behaving just under the ramp there, playing sneaky, trying to make sure not to get hit by any runner, and just gaining more distance from Sam, while Sam is under the impression that he's going to get the shock. Yeah, very
mm,
well hidden, and obviously a very greatly executed shock, getting TK up there. But taken out, nevertheless, Frozen sniping
oh,
himself.
Mura does get second, so
I think,
only 1368 out of that. I
yeah,
think you
actually,
take
it's
that for JX.
yeah, you take that because of the shock that is very apparent on that track, dodging someone in a star there.
Yeah, and it
Honestly,
just
yeah, kind of new to the race.
goes
Go
to
ahead, yeah.
show like how cruel of a game this could be. Frozen, like how many mistakes did he make that race? Like I can't think of one big mistake other than the green. One of the screens just fell off the track. That was like the biggest extent to his mistakes, and he got seventh out of that. Put in so much work to beat Leops, take out TK, which could have made this a really big race for Mint, and he gets seventh out of all of that. So
Yeah. I also think lap 3 entry got the low trick off the pillar. I think he was intending to go in between the cactuses, the little
yeah,
baby
yeah, that
strat,
is
but considering he got the hop trick, he couldn't, and Zach was able to get some more ground on him as a result. That's why I think the greens up wouldn't have hit Zach either way, even though one of the greens went off the track, but he was still able to get TK. But regardless, that last green just coming back off multiple walls to hit him. We see RBC coming out from, I think, was that JX? I didn't
yeah,
really
it
look.
is JX. So they picked this against Mint's 1-3 last time, and we saw what happened. They were top three after very little time, but this time two wheelie bumps onto JX, so should not be happening again.
Yeah, and Mint gonna get that 8th place box.
Mura's in
Uh,
first on minimap already, so Anna Golden, not a really good pull here.
and Pam is, or Claw isn't really doing anything. I think he might have just gotten a bill there.
Yeah, he's
Um,
holding on to something.
oh no, he's
TK's
streaming.
back here too.
So no,
Okay.
TK megging his teammate who actually did not have Bill if after all. So
Sully's
yeah,
winning back battle very early on.
kind of mixed spots here. Mint gonna be in
Early
3.
blue.
Early blue onto Jeff. So that's gonna be 1-3 for. Oh no, I think Jeff dodged the blue. No, he did
No,
not.
he doesn't. But
Did not
Bomb
dodge the
here.
blue.
Oh, I thought
Okay.
Jeff is off the or Bleops is off the track. Someone is off the track there, and Jeff doesn't actually lose that much
Doesn't
from
lose
that
that much
blue.
time. Yeah, I mean the wall hit and then Leop's falling off. That's
This
like
is
two
guaranteed bottom
guys
two for
dead.
Mint. Like at the moment, we know it's bottom two for Mint, and a POW here. The red doesn't hit Jeff either. He's able to avoid that. He avoids another one.
What's the other red too? Wow. Early
Another
shock
early
from
shock.
Mint.
Bill, okay, he does get Bill later in the race. Leops is gonna have a really good chain to get up there. Probably gonna be top two after this. No, Pam's Bill actually drops him off in a really bad spot. He's only in fifth.
Triple Reds isn't really going to suffice on this section, considering his teammates right in front of him and TK shooting behind him. He's just going to opt to back these, yeah.
And
Maybe another
Pow's
red coming
gonna.
out.
Leops is going wide path in first, so Pow
Oh,
shouldn't screw him up.
great red from
Yeah.
Zach. Being aware that Frozen would possibly pass him there, and Frozen losing time with a shroom to recover though, so he's not completely out of the race, but Mint is starting to kind of break away a little bit, with Mura kind of holding on to something for his team. Frozen, I don't. Oh, okay, it doesn't even matter. I think Frozen actually did get the 8th place block there, just barely. Only triple shrooms to get from it though.
Mega in play. Are we gonna see another shock here? Probably not, but if there is another shock in this race, you'd expect it to be Mint. Pow in play here. Kinda gets
Gonna
Mur on the turn. No, he does live. Don't know what's going on. TK's here.
TK's just out.
Leop should be getting first unless we see a spam blue last set. But this is not looking to be a big race for
Really race
Mint.
for Mint, yeah. JX actually has most of the good spots right now. Or actually
Wait,
not
Leops
most,
is
but...
spinning! Or is that a bagger?
Ooh,
No, Leops gets. Oh my god!
what just happened? Wait, so Mint finished in bottom 2?
I,
I don't know who that person
what?
right next to Frozen is, but like, what?
I mean, that's just gotta sum up what's been going on with Leops. He's spinning on left path, and it wasn't a blue because he got blued afterwards. So maybe lands on a hidden fib or a green shell from the PAL from lap 2.
Yeah, something like that. It just some way or another, just some weird thing takes out Leops, and that costs him a huge spot that would
Oh
otherwise
my
lead to a
god.
huge race for JX
How did
1345.
JX just get away with murder there? They don't have shock. They have no play at shock really for the entire race. Mint doesn't get 2. Like somehow they get 1, 3, 4, 5 out of that. That just it might sum up the series if they do end up sweeping it. That's like gotta look back at that and be like, yeah, I was just written in the stars for this team to make it the finals.
My goodness. Have you ever seen something like that?
Yeah,
You get shroom onto the rail, and as you're leaving, you get caught in the blue shell of the opponent and a shock right after. Like, I don't know. Like, you've seen some crazy endings in your day. I've seen mine. That's probably one of the craziest endings I've seen to a race.
yeah. Like if I were to tell you that Mint get 2 shocks in this race and and like you'd be like, okay, wow, Mint are plus 10 race at least. Nope. They get 2 in bottom 3, I think. So like crazy stuff here, and probably gonna get crazier on Peach Gardens.
Yeah,
Just seeing how the last Peach Gardens went, and just seeing how this series has turned out.
yeah,
What's
it
the
was a great
strategy?
reset.
What do you think the strategy is gonna be in 1, 3, 4, 5?
I think what JX needs to do is have someone hard bag and someone try and go for a mid place box. And you see Jeff doing the mid place
Yeah,
box, and then Frozen getting 8th, getting a golden.
deja vu for Frozen here. He got golden last time in a similar
Yeah,
position, and
and obviously very well executed because you
yeah.
see Jeff and Frozen getting right into top 2 and getting
Last
both
time he got
paths
Shroom
locked
second
down.
here.
Yeah,
Doesn't get
both
it this
paths
time.
locked down. Oh my god, and a red for Frozen. He doesn't even need to really hold this out. Yeah, he's just gonna wait for Mur to pass him.
Wow, top 4
Top
here.
4.
That's not even a bad
It's
item.
not a bad item at all. Very well timed.
He can still
Very
pass
well
it.
situated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
gets
there
it
he
to Leon.
goes. Oh my god! Let's
No
go.
way, dude. That could not have worked out better for
Oh my
JX's
god.
top
Sully
3.
is winning again. So Sully's been the saving grace for this team. They might have to go this lap, but they don't have anything. If Sully has shock, like maybe we see it here. TK star, double stars and no shock. Dodges
Narrowly
bomb.
avoiding the bomb. Gonna lead into a 5th place box. Maybe you can hop dodge this. Oh, doesn't even
Another
matter.
one.
But, you know,
Oh,
ending the maze. Oh, and it does.
you're still gonna go for the pass regardless. Doesn't get it. They're not gonna be happy to see this.
And a star, perfect star to hide in this otherwise very disgruntled bottom 3, or near bottom 3, I should say. 5,
Yeah.
6, 7 for Mint. I think I see Mur there as
Sully
well.
went around cut in 10th, so I think he has shock.
You should probably see it come out here then? No, no one using anything.
Yeah, there's definitely a shock in play. Bagger gets hit on minimap. No,
It's
he
a
doesn't.
JX shock!
Wow. Okay. Sam had shock there.
And that
And
top
look
2
at
is
wow.
not being lost. No one is
I'm surprised
gonna
he's
lose
going for a
over.
box here. That could have been
I'm
TC. Oh, he's got another one. Wow.
Another one too.
Okay.
Considering the trend he faced early on, I'm
Yeah,
surprised
there's the
as
blue.
well.
Gonna go
Not
for
gonna
another
matter
box. It won't
gonna
matter
matter
now.
too much, yeah. Nice defense to kind
This
of
could
close
be
out the
top
race.
4. Watch for Mura here. I don't think he's gonna be able to hold it with the Shroomers, but
Ooh,
I mean,
Murray's Daisy's losing.
oh, spinning on map. I
I
mean,
think he got 5th. I think he got 5th.
wow.
Wow.
JX, another big race there, and that that goes back to just how lap 1 went. Box 6, box 7 looked like double
Zach,
goldens.
Zach was a paid double agent there, I think.
Yeah, like that end of lap 1 takes out pretty much 3 of his own mates, and Leops took a TC from a squished Frozen. Like, man. And
No, that
Sam
could
had
not.
shock. I thought Sully had it for sure.
Yeah,
And
no, it
instead,
seemed like one
Sam
of
had
those
it.
DDR situations where someone's just completely gone in 10, but that factor of 9th place shock just ever so looming. Sam able to get that shock, clutch for his team. You see the lead after Frozen dodges from Jeff and Mike, and you know it's just basically over for the race. Very well played from everyone, I'd say, except for Mint. On lap 1, that
Yeah,
was not
yeah.
very good.
Well played from everyone except for half the players in the room because they did not play very well there. Or I mean, Zach was like, Yeah.
Yeah, Zach kind of trudging through everyone there with greens. It's kind of careless, but yeah, some of those careless decisions can really change the script of the race. Jeff and Mike just could not have been happier seeing everyone die on the second to last turn there. TF coming out for top three. You mentioned how they picked TF in top three instead of, the classic top four. What I do know about this team is they love taking all three boxes at the start when they start in top three on TF. It's actually a very good strategy because no
Yeah.
one can get opening boxes. You have to default to the side conveyors, but nevertheless, a great
BC3.
counter pick coming out. We did not see this
Yeah,
pick
that's
in
crazy.
the last war,
No
which
DDR or BC3 in a D1 semis, and we see both of them here. Like, evidently, these are some of the best tracks in the game to watch and to play. Or it depends on who you ask, but BC3, here we go. And wow,
wow,
great
great
start.
item. Yeah.
Double backs early.
Now there's a bit of options you can do now. And
So
yet
many
again,
things,
another
yeah.
person. So
Who goes for
Quadra trying.
Ultra? Do they block? Do they wait for an unblock?
I think they're gonna have Jeff gonna go for Ultra. Yep,
Yeah,
leaving
Pam's
cut
gonna go
open
for
for
2.
Frozen. And then I think Mike has a
Yep,
shroom
yep.
too.
Top 2, top 3, and top 3 pretty much gone.
Top
Or
three
okay,
gone.
not too far
Not
gone, but
yeah.
still
Mint
top
gonna
3.
have Mint gonna have some backup there, trying to figure out if they can maybe get some blues in those 4-5. That would be
The thing is,
crucial.
the break is good enough to the point where like Mura can ultra for free, and Frozen is just gonna go for cut. So it should be a top 2 break by the end of this lap. Sully's waiting to drop Bill, so Sam is just winning bag battle too.
I'm honestly
This is
surprised to
so
see
bad.
this situation. I'm honestly curious to see what Mike does if he's just gonna go around and let Murrah do the ultra. Yeah, Mike's
There's a
just gonna go
cut.
around. I think Murrah had
Mura's
a
gonna
shoot
do
too.
cut, yeah. No blocks, so that means Mint in hopefully 4th is gonna take cut into 3rd, but another shroom for Frozen. Mura has so much opportunity to get another shroom to pretty much seal the deal here. Sam also should be winning bagging battle pretty convincingly. Don't know where Jeff is, but it doesn't really matter. Like, this is top 2-4. Look at the pack.
Yeah,
This
Jeff
top
is
4.
literally straggling
Oh,
behind half the map
yeah,
behind, and he's probably not even upset. Like, just
yeah.
knowing that his teammates are dominating in top two with
He's
the
basically playing the
shroom.
Frozen role from last race.
Yeah,
There's
that's
the
the beauty
shock.
of
It's
these
gonna be a
teams.
Sully shock. So another niner here. I don't think it does anything. Like, look at this pack. I think they're chilling. Cut's not gonna be blocked. That's the good part. Leops is going to take cut quick. He's actually gonna get into 2nd here.
Wow. Okay, so a little bit of space that Mint can kind of work with, but no, Frozen gonna be relentless. He has everything to.
No,
It's
no! I
Oh
was
my
I was gonna
goodness!
point out how slowing down there's such a risky play. I would just take 1st. He was just trying to close the distance. And
Wow.
Leops, with an absolute robbery, gets 1st here. Oh my goodness. And there's the over niche or whatever you want to
Yeah,
call it.
getting too excited, going in zigzags, all the nanas. I mean, that looked good until
Yeah.
he wanted to throw that green off the wall to make some sort of high-speed projectile that Leops
Yeah.
wouldn't expect, and it just ends up completely crumbling his first place that he held all race.
Like
And then
we pretty
stealing
much
that
counted Mint out of that race, and somehow, I mean, they still lose the race, but
by
and
a lot
yeah.
less.
Yeah.
That's really
Holy, I
important.
don't know.
Yeah, I mean now Leops gets to dictate the flow of the race next race. I
He
mean,
might
like
try and
starting in
ego a
first.
DK Summit here, we'll see. Or he might
Yeah,
go, I don't, they're already down 46. They didn't even break the 100-point barrier as a team yet. So JX are still very much in control of this war, and like it's funny. Like that's a pretty big misplay from Frozen, but they still get a plus 10, plus 11 race out of that. So
yeah. Of course, the point swing lost is like what is it? I forget the word.
I
you,
don't
you
know.
can you can just be upset about it all you want, but like 2-3-4 is still winning, and then on top of that, you already have
Yeah,
a really big score lead brewing. So you know, I don't think there's really too much to be mad about. Plus 46 this early, and if you're a team that doesn't like losing very often, you better try and keep this lead in order to stay comfortable for the rest of the match.
Yeah,
We're
and
gonna see JX like to do that with this Parkway pick, and of course, like you predicted, Summit coming out from Mint, but no, and a random almost a random from
yeah,
Sully, but no Parkway. Nevertheless, we see JX picking Parkway all the time. It worked out for them last time, resulted in a very stable race that garnered them a nice edge towards the end of the war. Let's see if they can
a lot
do
of
the same
pressure
here.
early for Leops to keep first, and like just like that, look at him, and look
Yeah,
at this. Oh my goodness. Pam does break into this with triple red, so
yeah,
let's
it's gonna be
see.
very tough to see
Yeah,
how JX manages this with. And he's kind of been depleted of most of his reds. Seems like he only has one.
yeah.
He's
Last
gonna
time
look to
Pam got
hold on
fibbed
to
out
this.
of first pretty much. This time a green on him. No, he's gonna keep first for a bit longer. If he can get to bridge, put on a lot of pressure there. But some interesting snipe spots coming in.
Yeah,
Pam,
just throwing everything they can. If Murray gets a red here,
yeah.
this will be very good.
Ooh,
Frozen, I don't know what you're
a
doing,
big
but
mishap there. Yeah.
no box. Also, I mean, maybe doesn't want to risk a TC, but regardless, losing quite a bit of time. 2-3-4, nevertheless.
JX is always up here though.
Yeah,
Oh,
and a
and there's an
great bomb from
early
Zach.
blue.
Great bomb from
Claw
Zach.
slowed, but he didn't. He does. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, Murray handled that nicely, so I think that's top 2 for
And
JX.
it's gonna be a shock here for sure, right? Or
Ooh,
no, I guess not.
huh.
I
Okay.
thought it. Yeah, I don't know, but he
Yeah, I
gets the
thought
stop troll out of it, so I mean it's not a horrible use of star. I don't know what that means. I guess yeah, Sully is winning bag battles, so you're just scared that they already had it and they had to go for lap 2er, but and Sully is not jumping off. Can he dodge Sam? Sam's not even gonna go for him. So Sully, I'm 99% sure has shock
has the
here.
shock. Yeah. Oh my goodness. See, like your
Yeah.
teammates are doing great, but like you can't just keep giving up ground like this. Free ground. That
Yeah.
fib was literally sitting there,
Pay
and you could have
attention to
just.
Mura on minimap. Does he slow down and how much is he gonna slow down in second? He's gonna go. And this should be a free shot call. No, Mura actually does slow.
Mur
I think
slows and is
yeah, he
caught in
lagged
the
back.
crossfire, dodging with Mint. Oh my goodness! If only we had another POV to see what was
All
really up
eyes on
there.
the minimap, yeah. We don't know
Yeah.
anything. Hopefully a little bit of battle glitch could save us here. I mean, I couldn't tell anything from that. So,
Saw
dude,
Jeff. I see
yeah.
Mur and Mike kind of in the mid spot. I think Jeff's in first. I'm not too sure, but
Powell coming in, bottom 3, JX.
wow. Oh wow, Jeff might even be second then. I actually don't know.
Yeah,
Jake's not gonna get a good race out of this.
yeah. Mike
Yeah,
ended up failing cut a little, but I think he still got 5th. But a winning race there for Mint, and they needed that. They really did. Sully with another big shock there. I thought Murrow went on minimap, and I was like, there's no way he would do that. And then I see the shock coming, and he's right back in the cannon. We see that a lot nowadays with players lagging back in cannon, and it didn't even end up working out for him. He gets last out of that.
last out of it. Yeah.
Jax or Jeff just doing what he does best. Like another big race from him, and it's 2, 3, 4, 6. It's a start. You have 8 races to come back. Like they're obviously not even close to out of it. They're pretty much one top 4 away from making this a tied contest. So Jack or Mint staying in it for now, and Leops doing what Leops needs to do on 47 points of his own.
Yeah, for real. Like, we see the score gap getting kind of bridged a little bit. Maybe we see Mint trying to make baby steps with these next few races. It's still halfway through, still a lot to be played. So you can't really say who's the definitive winner right now. But of course, with Jeff in first, you never really can be too safe as he can dictate the flow of the race quite well. This great experience and great driving. So
And
yeah,
they're gonna go
Moonview.
Moonview Highway. They put all the confidence in the world in him to
In
just
fact, I
not
think this
give
is
up drafts. And
it's, a,
yeah,
it's going to be a very good pick. I think considering they're starting a lot in bottom. There's not a huge difference between starting in mid and bottom, in my opinion. Just
yeah,
like there's very limited boxes at the start. However, um, like more often than okay, it doesn't even matter. I hate it.
yeah,
I hate it when it
yeah.
picks the different tracks. Um, someone brought this up in chat. When did Frozen start using Battle Glitch? It's really
That's what I
interesting.
was saying. I was like confused to see it on, but it helps in a solo POV cast. We'll see the strategy here. Who's gonna get those low spot boxes? Not Frozen or Mike. So I think Mura gets
Mura
like a
doing the
seventh
sole
here.
job of that. Yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
good considering they have more bottom spots. They need to get up there more. So very mixed spots, but wasting all those greens, trying to hit out TK, gets taken out himself.
I don't think anyone golden, and this guy in 8th did not take a single cut, so maybe Bill
Ooh,
is in play.
wow, maybe bottom two as well. If we see if we see the gap between bottom two break up a little more, we may see an early Bill too.
With
So
how Frozen's been playing, if that is not, if this is bottom 3 mint, he's gonna go for this, yep.
gets TK.
Oh no! I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Pam using Bill there. We could just
We
guess
can
as
just
to what's happening.
yeah. So JX is
Probably
probably
controlling
crouching in
spot.
top two.
Yeah. Mid struggling in the back here. Maybe we're seeing a golden cut coming in from TK who's raging, getting started there.
Yeah, Mike, I think, gets taken out by a red shell, so mixed spots again for JX and Mint. Oh, and another ad.
No, we're getting griefed here. They don't want to see what's happening. Hopefully Frozen makes no good plays. Like maybe he makes the worst play of the series and we can't see it. So good for him or something. I don't know. Jeff's probably in first. Leop's up there probably.
Oh, and a shock! I don't know. I have no idea. Oh my
You
god.
never know. We imagine we come back. It's mid top four and then it's all over.
That'd be mildly frustrating for
Yeah.
sure.
I think Jake's just based on what we know. Oh,
Oh,
we're
and
back.
Bill in for Frozen,
Bill in
using it to
play.
catch up. I think that might mean. Well, are the both baggers sitting there? Can't quite tell. Is that both?
Okay.
No, no. There's only one bagger back there. I think someone has shock.
Sully looks like he's the one who is sitting there, or he's the one still in. I think Sam has what I'm trying to say, but
I think Sam has it too, but
yeah, this
well,
health
we can.
star is gonna be big. He's gonna make so much ground here if he calls it. Let's see.
Okay, yep. TSing people.
Yep,
That's their Zappa.
there they all go.
Very
Leops,
patiently played.
that's got to be top three, I would assume.
Top three, yeah. Jeff, Mike, Frozen getting top three there, building the lead back to what it was. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I see TK back there. This is probably a Jeff, Mike, Frozen top three here, and it's just going from bad to worse. You give up a shock on KC. They look like they had dodges too. Zach used a mega like earlier in that lap three. It you just can't do much. You get shocked. Jeff pretty much ran that race. One thing I noted from lap one, nobody took golden cut. So that was
Yeah,
really
no.
good for Jeff.
Yeah, you did mention that for sure. Yeah, no one able to kind of just sneak into at least second there from what I saw before the ads played out. So Jeff just holding on comfortably to first, trading it off to Mike at the end, probably a blue or something. But look at this, top 2, 4, 5 overall. Like for a team that doesn't like to lose, they are definitely making a statement today.
Yeah. And I just think it's all been so deserved. Like they're just keeping top spots. The plays have been phenomenal. We've seen Mint kind of create their own downfall at times, and Sully's really been the only one who's given something for this team. Like even on DDR, it looked like uh, without shock, it wasn't going to be that good of a race. And even with shocks, they're getting 2, 3, 4s, and not really the top threes that we saw last war.
Yeah, no, if they even decided to just hold shock, like they would have had a winning race regardless. So I mean, JX just
Yeah,
playing very well there, holding on to those important positions. I remember back in MKPS we had the side tournament where if you won the race, it would count towards a point, and whoever had the most points won.
yeah,
I mean, just prioritizing those top two spots became very prevalent, and honestly, it's a very important concept. And JX just delivering on that at the highest level in that last race. So they're going into GV, which honestly will mix up the spots quite a bit, but it is very runnable. You can be very fast on this track and hold on to something quite desirable for your team. You can eventually get shrooms later, so lots of flexibility.
yeah.
Both
With
teams.
with the way Frozen's been playing, if he gets triple, yeah, if he gets
Triple
triple greens
greens
here,
out
you
of the
already know
gate,
what's gonna happen.
and a star coming out early from
Mura's
Mura.
in a
Even more
star. So
pressure.
much chaos here.
And a
TC as
TC for
well.
Zach.
Triple Reds
Wow.
is also not a great pull from Pam. If Frozen just shrooms up here and tries to do something here, he's gonna hold on to Strip Shrooms. But Jeff already trying to build a lead, Mega in play,
I
a
think the
Mega
Mega
rock
fell off.
attempt.
I think the Mega
Yeah,
fell off, so Mint sliding into first actually. Mint might have more shrooms in Leops and TK, but we can't be quite too sure. Green coming up. No, Leops has
yeah,
no more
no more shroom.
shrooms.
Lots of triple items for Frozen. This is his sort of items, and
Triple items galore. A
bomb.
bomb.
There he goes. Oh,
No!
his
Wow,
eyes
but
lit up for a second there, and then the fib just takes it all away. But
honestly
still, look
not
at
too
the
bad.
positions. One,
Yeah,
three, four, top three, top two, four-ish. Murrah goldening up two. Red
only a
in onto
single red.
TK.
Not
He hits
gets
someone.
not gonna be able to take the cut, but some damage dealt nonetheless, slowing someone down. He's just gonna try and play for shrooms for next lap.
I'd
Maybe try some
assume
dodge
I'd
shots. Yeah.
assume some bagger has shocked. They're actually no, they both made it a lap back. You rarely see that. Oh my god. This is so unfair it seems like.
I know. Finally.
Finally. Just to mix it up a little bit, Frozen. Single
He's gonna
shroom, okay.
maybe chain
But
this.
look, for
No,
the
okay.
TC behind them. Murrah in first. TK also not in a good spot here. The pass does
Actually
come
gets
in and he passes it back.
to DK. Oh my
Leops is
god.
back here too. I think this is gonna be top three. If I've
Get,
seen everything
getting the
correctly, this is gonna be
letting yeah, top three.
yeah.
Top three.
Wow.
What?
Oh, top four.
Dude.
No. Oh my
Oh,
god. Maybe he
he
got
might have
fifth
gotten
there.
fifth. Might have gotten fifth, but regardless, another huge race for JX.
They're putting on
Oh,
an absolute clinic now. You can't say anything bad about the way they're playing. They control the top spots, which is like one of the big things you need to do in wars. Frozen's items have been helping, but triple greens in third is not like an absurd pull at the start of the race. And he just did the most with it. Murrah also starring up, knowing that they could really just break this thing open after lap one. And Leops went down. I think yeah, there's a bomb on him. That was a big play in that war or in that race. And oh my goodness, Jeff might go for a Hall of Fame sort of score. And this war is just it's just running away from Mint here.
yeah. Mint needs to shape up quick. Like going into these last 4 or 5 races. Actually, a reset coming out. Very interesting. Oh, I think I don't know if it's someone
Oh,
DC'd.
it's a GG's GL in finals from Leops.
Oh,
They've called it. I've never seen this in my life. They don't even want the smoke. I mean,
so
it's over. I
a
think it's over.
forfeit from Mint to close
An
out.
early bedtime for the boys at Mint, and I mean, I guess it's warranted. They had no chance. I think now that the war's over, we can say they had absolutely no chance of coming back. With the way JX are playing, you could even say with the way JX played, they might like. What do you say? Actually, no. Saying they're the favorites might be a overstretch considering what MC did in break season, but oh my goodness, you don't see better gameplay than that from a team.
You know, I will actually talk to your point on that. I mean, early in the season, JX dropped to Mint and MC. We actually thought that they had fallen,
Yeah,
but um, someone put it very early to me, and I was like, yeah, I actually kind of agree with that. I think it's just JX de-rusting through the season, and you see them coming back into like pretty much full form now, completely wiping the floor or whatever, mopping the floor with
yeah,
Mint in that second match, forcing them to not even forcing them, just encouraging them to just forfeit early. Um, you know, JX did actually win against MC in their second matchup, 12-0 compared to MC's 10-2. And yeah, and no matter who had the better luck, whatever you may say, both teams very solid this season, finishing in top 2 seeds, and they're gonna go into the finals. Considering that they both have won a match against each other, I don't even think MC can be considered the clear favorites, regardless of how many more wins they tacked on during the regular season. Definitely going to be an exciting matchup for sure. And I mean, considering how JX just has played these playoff runs in the past, I don't see them crumbling under pressure in the face of MC in the finals. I think it'll be very, very close, but honestly, I think JX might actually win it all. I mean, they put on a hell of
Yeah.
a show today.
Jeff is just leading this team to dominance right now. Every war he plays, he's doing so much more than anyone could expect of him. Like we know he's he's one of the best players in the game. At this point, he has to be the best player in the game. Like he just put Leops in his place really throughout the series, and there's really no one. I guess Fox is gonna be the final boss for him, but I don't even see it as that. I think Jeff, in my opinion, with how he's played this season, is the top dog, and it's gonna continue into finals. Like there's no doubt he's gonna have a great series. Is it gonna be enough to win? Well, that's probably gonna depend on more than just him, but yeah, that's probably the most dominant 7 races of D1 gameplay you're ever gonna see in a series that we saw in match one. It was very close. Like we know the pens were there, so I guess you could say Jax really destroyed Mint throughout the series without the pens. But
Yeah,
yeah, I,
very apparent for
I'd
sure.
be scared if you're an MC. I'd be shaking a little bit because that is you don't want to see a team come in with that much force with how they played. There's like no negatives to take from this performance at all.
Yeah, no, they played super well. Every single player trading off between each other like a team, as any good team should. One of the beautiful things about JX is no one really cares who's the best in their squad. They all know that they're very solid, very talented, and they can all do their part, every single part, every time. They know what to do in each role during the race. If it changes, they can adjust accordingly. They trade off between each other beautifully, and I think they all support each other in a way that many other teams cannot say for themselves. So obviously,
Yeah.
it's going to be a very tough force to see going into the finals if you're MC. Someone in the chat brought up a potential interview. Maybe if you can try and maybe contact Frozen or someone from JX, maybe to give their insight onto how the match went for them. Obviously, it would be more interesting if they talked about match one for sure. So we could definitely get some insight from them. Um, yeah, definitely try and contact. I'll see if I can get Frozen too.
One thing I will say, JX is like these are some of the most accomplished players we've seen in the history of the game, right? And looking at MC, their main lineup consisting of what I would assume they're gonna go with Macy, Brody, Revan, Fox, Mac. Only Fox is a serial winner in that squad compared to JX, who all of these guys have won at the top level. And in a best of 3 series, if MC dropped that first one, how is it going to look? Especially on guys like Revan and Mac who've made it to finals before, just haven't had that final hurdle. We're going to see it next week or the week after that. We don't know when it's going to happen, but I think we're going to have a raid now. I mean, we've seen one of the great series and we've seen one of the great performances from a team, but
Don't raid! Don't raid! No! No! We were just
I
having
don't.
an interview. Frozen. Dang, I just PM'd Frozen. Yeah, you just PM'd me. Why is MKC raiding someone? No, no, all good. I ain't panicking.
I don't know what's gonna happen here. I think, yeah, okay. The raid has been canceled, so we gotta get Frozen in here now.
Oh, bet. Double insight from two of arguably the greatest players in the game right now. So definitely going to get a great interview for you guys. It's just a matter of time until they show up.
Yeah, just give it a little bit, but they should be here soon.
Mm-mm-mm. I guess one thing we can talk about, considering the publicity the stream has gotten, if you guys haven't already given it enough thought, or given it some thought, definitely do consider playing in, or consider signing up for the upcoming Macy Winter Tournament. This has been a conceptualized idea since summer, and it's really nice seeing it come to fruition. The pool has gone up so much further than we expected, and it would be awesome if teams get together and sign up. Get your friends together, try and just at least the play-in tournament starting very soon, actually next weekend. So yeah, not that much time left to register, but definitely something for you guys to consider.
Yeah, I think the prize pool is up to 1500 USD, so I don't know if we've had a tournament in Mario Kart that's been like that high. Maybe some ball-in tournaments have been 2K, I'm not sure, but this is definitely up there for one of the most hyped tournaments we're gonna see in this game. And like all the best players are gonna play, and they're going to be guaranteed streams. Every team is forced to stream or have one streamer, so the best players in the world gonna be streaming, gonna have a lot of content to watch, and hopefully some of you guys try and enter the tournament, because I don't know, the top 16, we don't know who's gonna make it yet. 12 teams are gonna be confirmed to play in that $1,500 prize pool, and the other 4 is up for grabs. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how that goes, and that's going to start in less than a month. Pretty much starting, I think January the 6th is when the actual top 16 starts. But yeah,
Yeah.
Take them both. He one's his mouth, one's his ears.
One's his mouth, one's his ears. Interesting. First of all, congrats, guys. Very well fought effort, especially the first match. Really back and forth, tons of big races all around, and the table just seemed like it was never really clear who actually had the advantage. It was always what was the advantage. And I feel like all you guys just put forth your best efforts into capitalizing on first place leads, breaking into top spots, using blues effectively, using like red shells, everything at your disposal. And of course, the shock battle, really interesting too. What is your insight from the first match that you guys definitely would like to share? What was like something outstanding that you guys are really like looking forward to share?
We somehow top 3'd BCWii 3v4 from the start of the race when they started like top 4.
right, yeah.
Star hacked my Wii, like I was gone.
No, for sure. Lots of exciting endings too, especially very unpredictable ones like match 1 too, like RPG, getting that snipe off on Leops, and then fortunate Nana just causing a spiral into what was actually supposed to be a good race for you, Frozen, but turned into a top 3. Just like little moments like that. Played really well, guys, but just like some endings just like ended off completely in shambles. And what was the pressure like going into this match? Because Mint did put up a good season, all things considered. Of course, MC dominating with 9 wins, but you and Mint definitely the clear runners up for the regular season. How was the pressure going into this match?
There was kind of like a little bit of pressure, but not that much, I'd say. We were pretty confident because we obviously beat them on the second round of round robin, both teams. And honestly, after we 12-0'd MC, we believed that finals would probably be pretty solidified. So it wasn't that nervous going into this match.
I mean, main season we like the first half we didn't even use like our main lineup, so it's like pretty hard to compare that.
No, I agree. Yeah, using
I feel like once we started using main LU, we just started winning again.
No, for sure. The depth that you guys have is still really great, and obviously Thunder on the side is still really good for, both this match and then, of course, the upcoming finals. So really glad that you guys can go into this match feeling really comfortable. And yeah, we were noting your wins against Mint and MC deeper into the season, showing that you guys were just kind of de-rusting through the season almost. So very happy to see you guys here. Very nice performance. Is there anything else like left you have to say on behalf of your other team members or anyone else that is behind you guys going into finals?
I think everyone should do Condis.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down for Condis. Because I got called cheats on by like 3 different people that were, so don't mind.
Don't mind all the viewers. Some of them are just.
No, I'm referring to the other team.
Oh yeah. I mean,
No, for sure.
when you have a performance like you guys did in match 2, it's kind of hard not to think something. But we saw the gameplay, and I know you guys have had so many like dominant wins over your dynasty, but just watching that was a different feeling. I don't know how you guys felt playing the match, but watching was like this team looks like the best team we've ever seen in the game, and I'm sure you guys were thinking something like that while you were playing that match.
Oh yeah, no, we were very happy with the way we played. After GP1, we were like, holy shit, we're just playing so well, and then it just kept spiraling. I think we definitely faltered because we didn't play a warm up war before that, so like war one was like everyone was making mistakes. Like I made a bunch of mistakes war one, especially the first like 6 races, but once I started being able to play mid pack more appropriately, I felt we started just winning every race because at the end of match one we got like plus 60 or something like that because we just started playing better. It was like finally warmed up, ready to play.
Yeah, no, in spite of the pens you guys accumulated early on, you guys actually did finish with more penalties in match one, but still very convincing lead. It's almost as if to suggest that you guys would have won regardless, very comfortably. So, I mean, very nice performance from you guys. Definitely excited to see you guys go into finals against MC, which I hope will be pretty soon. Definitely wouldn't want that to interfere with any upcoming tournaments. I know there's like the Macy Winter Tournament. There's like a CTFFA coming up very soon as well. So hopefully we can try and get final scheduled soon and can get a cast for you guys because it was really a pleasure watching you guys and casting this match. So yeah, I think that's it from me. Anything else, ST?
Yeah, one last thing. So, I mean, you guys have made finals, I think, pretty much every time you guys have played. So, how would you rank this MC team as a finals opponent compared to some of the other teams you played across your seasons?
I mean, we rather just focus on ourselves than
Yeah.
other
Yeah,
teams. Basically.
okay, I see that. I see that. Yeah.
I know, I'm excited that it's something different than SE.
Yeah, you guys did play SC first 2 seasons and it resulted in 2 wins. Could have really capitalized on the third season as well, but all good. Don't worries. Another season probably in your hands at the face of finals against MC. So definitely a mixed bag of players from them for sure. I didn't actually expect them to come together like that, all 4 of them, but definitely a force to be reckoned with. So it'll be very exciting to watch. As far as condies go, the recent D2 finals actually had condies for both teams for AP and KG. There were like a total of like 6 or 7 resets. It
Yeah,
was
that was
actually quite a lot of time just wasted, just waiting for people to get into the calls and join room appropriately before finally returning to their home calls to start the match. Just a lot of waiting and a lot of just like just nervosity and anxiety that can build up. So definitely just like consider that. But obviously, condies is still very important, especially in our current age where cheats could just be made up out of thin air. So yeah, as you guys are going to the next match, yeah, just kind of weigh those on you guys accordingly. We'll definitely talk to MC about that as well, just to stipulate those accordingly. So yeah, I think that's it from me. I think that's it from Zesty. Thank you guys for coming for this interview. Um, and of course, just congratulations yet again.
Thank you, bro.
thank you.
Yeah, and that's gonna be it from us. Hopefully, we're gonna get another great cast in for this MCJX finals. But yeah, on behalf of myself, Ornan, and our great stream host Fusion, that's gonna be it from us. And yeah, hopefully see you guys for finals.